The first highlight of departure day is arriving at the pier in the city you're leaving from, in this case Seattle, Washington, on Pier 91. The second highlight of departure day is to see your ship for the very first time. The Celebrity Solstice, 122,000 tons, 3 football fields in length. The next step is to drop off your bags, hoping they will get to your ship. Luggage delivery could take anywhere from 4 to 7 hours, depending on your luck. So with luggage handled, it's now time to check in. So there are 2 lines. These are the VIP lines, are the rest of the people lines, a huge Disneyland type of popular ride line. So there's 2 check-ins. Most people check in. These can take, if you're here at 11, it looks like this, no lines. But if you get here at 12, these lines could be 1 hour in length. The next step and the final step before boarding the ship is to check in. So after we check in, it's a guided escort to the ship 45 minutes before anyone else can board. It's not even 11 o'clock and we're heading to a waiting lounge on board the ship. Bypassing the first profit center, the arrival on board the ship's picture. Seating on board the ship. Check in through security. Wash your hands before you get on board the ship for norovirus. And when you are in the suites class, a glass of champagne to greet your arrival. After lunch, it's time for the ship's tour and listening to the music playing all over the place. Lifeboat drill ends arrival day. You need to find out where to go. In the good old days, you wore life jackets and went outside, but no more. You go to the main restaurant. One of the few ways you can get tossed off the ship is not attend lifeboat drill. That hasn't changed.
Around your back and insert it into the buckle.
What does a 590 square foot Royal Suite cabin for the Celebrity Solstice, cabin number 1116, right above the X, really look like? Once you board the ship, you can hike up 8 decks to Deck 10, where the Royal Suites are located, or you could take an elevator up to Deck 10. Now we will take an in-depth look at Royal Suite number 116. One can use the standard key card or ring the doorbell. Welcome to the Royal Suite.
So welcome on board, Mr. Klein. My name is Cyprian. Call me Chip. Very easy. I'll be your butler.
There's a standard dining room area with a sink. Unlimited, all you can drink, soft drinks, bottled water, beer, liquors, whatever. So there's a wine cooler bar and a regular refrigerator, fully stocked, all you can drink or want, with Sam the Selly Seal and a bouquet of 4 fresh roses sitting on the table. Large 52-inch TV set and closet. Pretty plants decorate the room, along with unusual statues. 2 bathrooms. The outside bathroom with soap and tiles and a toilet. That's about it. Nice bedroom, king-size bed. So on our bed is a seal reading tomorrow's schedule, good-sized TV screen, and this is an incredibly large bathroom, a walk-in shower and a jacuzzi tub, 2 sinks, and a lot of storage area, and another toilet, An interesting collection of amenities, bathroom amenities, shower, shampoo, conditioner, ocean vanity pack. Another huge walk-in closet. The door open, the entryway to the drawers is blocked. One has to close the door while one's in the closet to get to the drawers and to the safe. And finally, this is not an engineering defect, or perhaps it is. There is no way to get to the balcony from the bedroom. One has to go through the living room to get there. Let's see what the view from the balcony looks like. Veranda. All in all, a very nice 192 square foot. A nice table to sit at. A regular chair, a lounge chair, and a jacuzzi, though you will have to wear a bathing suit because people can look around these partitions. So in summary, a large 590 square foot cabin with lots of wasted space, but plenty of space to throw all your goodies about without worrying about cluttering it up. Getting ready to depart. With the pulling away from the pier, the cruise officially begins, and with a beautiful view of downtown Seattle as we turn. The ship is now rounding Discovery Park Point at 17 knots with a clear look at Sunset Park in the distance. We're on our way to Ketchikan. It's 5:35 in the rain and mist with one last look at Ballard. We are off for a day at sea. Day 2, Saturday. A day at sea, and it is cold and wet. The day begins with room service coffee with my own container of lactose-free milk. Exclusive Lumini for sweets only. It's breakfast time with all our food delivered. So, this is our breakfast.
What is your favorite in it?
I love the salmon.
You like the salmon.
Of course, while people are eating, a lot are in the gym. Almost 50 machines and weights. One of the highlights of a day at sea is whale searching, where you look out to the water looking for whales. After, at long last, spotting a whale tail, it's off to trivia in Symbol Lounge. Looking over a herd of ants on the floor. So, finding a team to play with. Following trivia, where we finished third, to the galley tour.
The last 2 or 3 years was the portion size getting smaller. So that, of course, if you want to order something extra, you can order something extra, but rather having this massive big cruise meal where you see a lot of reduction in smaller portion size. Now we definitely spend the last year or so more in healthy eating, where we use healthy oils, less seasoning, less fat, less cream, and that's been the trend now. But I guess the next one I would see, as you mentioned, I would see organic starting to become more prevalent and certainly more popular.
What to do next? Well, I think it's time to go to the casino and use my match play coupon. And one of the, 5 or 6 places to have lunch, the Ocean View Cafe, the buffet. Now this is a huge buffet. It's divided into individual serving areas, like soups and paninis. A perfect sandwich for Janice. Let's see if she gets it. There's always something in the carvery. Today is turkey. Make your own Subway. Indian specialties. Different pies to choose for dessert. Not interested in the cakes? How about 9 different types of ice creams and 4 different types of cookies? The afternoon on the at-sea day ends with a little concert prior to dinner. Day 2, evening, we're heading to the Chinese restaurant, the Silk Harvest. This is formal night, so we're all in our tuxedos. On soup, pouring the liquid into the wonton soup.
Not liquid.
The captain's cocktail party on the second night, formal night, has been dispensed with. These are the VIP seats for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, cheers. Have a wonderful cruise. Cheers.
So after the show, it's time to head back to the room and bring the end to a typical day at sea. Day 3 finds us in the town of Ketchikan. Well, it's time for breakfast, and there are 5 choices aboard the ship, one of which is the buffet, the Ocean View Cafe. We're trying experiments on the other items.
And what are you planning to do after having breakfast?
It's off to Ketchikan for a day of excitement ashore.
Yay!
And to commemorate the anniversary request, right, Dennis?
Oh, this is the city we were engaged in 34 years ago.
That's romantic. Aww.
Day 4, Monday, Tracy Arm Fjord and Glacier in the fog and rain, with a gazillion waterfalls everywhere. We missed the glacier due to rain and fog, but on our way out, Samantha Skagway.
You bought at REI last week. Stop scuffing up our marble floors and get out there and do something with those boots. What is it about this little teeny tiny jewel of a town that's bringing up 1.5 million visitors per season?
After one of the finest shore excursion lecturers I've ever heard anywhere, it's lunchtime at the Tuscan Grill, where it appears that the sun is trying to make an appearance. Day 5, 1 September, they're putting the gangway in. Take a leisurely stroll to the Gold Rush Cemetery and read waterfalls. It'll fill up your afternoon. A nice 3-mile hike, flat, from town is the Gold Rush Cemetery. This is the way most people will get to this location, taking the Skagway bus. The town itself was founded right at the start of the gold rush in 1897.
Well, Skagway was in its heyday.
The cemetery is basically in the woods. The highlight of going to the cemetery is hiking another 6 minutes up to the waterfall. And even here at the end of the trail, it's impossible to see to the end or the top of the waterfall. If you're on a tour, you only get 15 minutes to look at this place, and it's 10 to go up to the falls and back.
We didn't hear that.
So this is the grave of Frank Reed, who killed Soapy in the heart of the cemetery. And this is Soapy Smith's grave. There's a ceremony that they do every year. It starts at Frank Reed's grave, where they drink a glass of champagne. Then they come over to the grave of the gangster that ran the town for a year and pee on his grave. So the cemetery has a great view of the Klondike Goldfields sign. There's no gold in Skagway. This is an historic building made out of twigs, no matches allowed inside, where a group's purpose was to help miners get up the White and Chilkat passes. Day 6, in the sun, a day at sea, to the first of the 2 water fountains on the ship. Sea days are days of rest and relaxation as we cruise along at 18 knots on 2 engines. There are many activities going on during a sea day, including the art auction. There is an 8 laps equals a mile walk on the 14th deck. The other activity you can do instead of learning how to make a perfect steak is shop for tanzanite at great discounts. Or you can shop for your pictures at $25 to $35 a picture. How about buying a GoPro for the cruise? Smoking areas are in 2 places outside on the deck 5. There is recycling on the ship. So what else is going on the ship? You can have a workshop, a hypnotic workshop with the excellent hypnotist. One can have pictures made, bid on some of the glass work that was produced on the ship during the cruise. A vibrant rainbow in the sky marks our last day of the cruise as we are heading towards Victoria, but we don't get there till 5:30.
If the cruise is starting in the United States, last time I checked, Seattle was just that thing, and it's going all the way back to the United States at the end of the cruise. By law, we have to stop in a foreign country before we come back to the United States on our last stop. It's the law. It's kind of like a foreign trade policy to make it friendly between the countries.
Lunchtime at Murano. To live piano music, the crab salad. Then lamb chops ordered medium. They look rare to me. At 5 o'clock in the evening, we approach the city of Victoria, the mandatory Jones Act stop. Arrival day. The last day of your cruise begins very early in the morning as you approach your dock between 5:30 and 6 in the morning. You'll be leaving the ship around 7:30 in the morning, and you still got to get dressed, have breakfast, and get ready to depart your room. Must be out of your room by 8 in the morning. It's just before 6 as we pull up to Pier 91.
I'll go on home this late. There'll be tomorrow night for me. What do I see?